Hello everybody, welcome back to another video where I talk about AuDHD and everything related, but as you can see there's no game this time, and that is because that same comment that I mentioned last video also said that they liked watching other people like look at planners from say the Action and stuff like that, so they wouldn't have to go and buy them themselves. And I thought, why not go ahead, because currently at the Action all the 2025-2026 school planners are out, and a bunch of 2026 ones, as like this one, are there as well. So I didn't get all of them, but I got some that were like new this year, and mostly those with a spiral bound notebook type. So the ones that are like a solid back or sewn back or something, I kind of skipped, because personally, when I think about my own experience with planning and stuff like that, if it's something like this and it lays there shut, I'm not going to look at it. I only brought this one because this is a new type that they didn't have last year. At least I didn't see it. Last year they had like the slightly longer ones that kind of look like Hobonichi Weeks, and the slightly wider ones that are also this thin, that also look like the Hobbit type of thing. See my video from last year if you want to see those. They had those again with different patterns this time, but pretty much the same thing. And then they had these tiny little ones you can just stick in your pocket. So I did bring this one as the only non-spiral back. So I want to start with this one, and then I have a few of them that are dated and a couple undated ones. Now they aren't all of the different variations that they have. They have lots of different color options, of course, for every type. They also had a whole bunch of big bound ones that I thought looked really nice, but once again, bound back, I'm not going to use it. And of course it's dated, and that's another thing with AuDHD and ADHD. We tend to forget to update our planners, and that is a huge waste if you then buy one that is specifically printed for a certain year. Yes, you can change the dates afterwards if you end up skipping a couple weeks, but there's always that sense of, oh my god, I missed like 3 weeks and now I have to redo everything, because otherwise it's going to be the wrong date, etc. And it's also kind of a bit of a failure type experience as well, when you find that you actually missed a whole bunch of dates and now half of your planner is no longer relevant. But okay, let's just take a look what we've got. We've got this tiny pocket size one. Now this one has a letter feel to it on the outside. It's not actual letter, of course. It has an embossed picture of birds. They had a whole bunch of different colors of these. I'm pretty sure also a bunch of different patterns. I thought this one was the cutest because I like purple, so I picked this one up. Let's take a look on the inside. We have some colored birds here as well, very cute. The usual pages, of course, personal stuff. I never fill this in because I don't need people who find my agenda to know all this stuff about me, to be honest. We have some translations, which could be handy, but most people have like something on their phone to do that with. But you know, if you don't have that, or you don't feel like grabbing your phone, you could look in here for a couple of translations, I suppose. What I also want to do when I'm looking at this is, would it be useful for me in the way that I do my activities? And I think I've said that in a previous video as well about planning, that usually I don't tend to plan ahead. Mostly I have to-dos and things that need to happen at certain points in time. And if this book does not help with that, then it's not very useful. But anyway, we have the calendar here. You can kind of look ahead at what day is which date, like which day of the week. For a couple of years, you got month planners. I never really use these because I don't really know what I'm doing next week, let alone what I'm going to be doing in April of next year. No clue. But if you were somebody who really wants to start a whole plan, like if you're following a new routine or something that requires certain things every month, then you could put that in here to remind yourself. Alright, a couple more notes pages as we transition into December of 2025. As you can see, every day has a tiny little bit of horizontal space for you to put stuff in. It is a week on 2 pages. No space for a to-do list unless you want to put the to-do lists in here, because I think I would work with to-do lists mostly. You see the month number on here, so, and also on the side you can kind of see those little lines. Those are the different months, so I guess that would be handy for you. And each week is highlighted in the bottom as well. Every day has 3 different translations. The month is always at the top, the week number is also at the top, so for that matter it can be handy. to have that on you to know what week you're in, because that's always something that I forget, and I always have to enable that in whatever calendar that I have on my computer or my phone, because there are a lot of people that I know that go, oh, in week 12 I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, what day is week 12? When does that start? And I could quickly take a look. Oh, this is week 10, 11. Okay, so week 12 would be from the 16th to the 22nd of March in 2026. So that is useful to know. But okay, so that's what this is all about. Nothing else particularly interesting going on here. Let me take a look if there's any like holidays noted. There should be like an Easter somewhere. Let's see, what day is Easter next year? I have no idea, and I don't know if it's actually going to tell me that either, because I'm not super clear on when that is. Maybe I've missed it. Usually somewhere in April, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the things that's like listed up front or something. Translations, personal, no, is it in the year overview that we had? I don't see anything noted, so no holidays this time. All right, okay. All right, well, that's great that we know that. We'll have to keep track of that as well. And then we have December. Let's see what's at the end of the book. We have week 52 here. Goes all the way to week 53. And then we're already in January of 2027. And then you have some appointments after 2026 that can be handy to write that down. If you know that you're going to have to go to the dentist or something in 2027, you can put that in here. So you can check that at the end of the year. What did I write down? That can be useful for somebody with AuDHD, that you have that written down. On the other hand, you could also probably make a note in your phone or something, but somewhere you can make more notes. And here you got more notes, and then you got our agenda are made with great care. However, no rights can be derived from the contents of this edition. All right, interesting that they put that in the back instead of in the front. But okay, it's in there, and that is it. So the size is very convenient for pretty much most bags and maybe some people's pockets as well. You can keep it in there if you wanted. There isn't much space per day, like I said, and of course you can't leave it open because it's just gonna do that. There is this little handy divider, so you can put that, or the ribbon rather, you can put that in any day where you're at, so you can quickly grab that, but it is an extra step. So that's you. Now they have some very cute school agendas, for instance this one. And the fun thing about this one is that, yes, it starts off with candy and cupcakes, but you can actually take this out. This is actually a removable sheet. You can put your own thing in here so that you can personalize the agenda basically to your own liking. If you had a fun picture that you wanted to put up front rather than this. It is cute though, so you could potentially do that. You can also just use it as a pocket, put all sorts of things in there that you wanted. So let's take a look at this one. This one has the ring backing, which they all have starting from now, so that's useful. You can always put that open on the page that you want it. We have one sheet of some stickers with some things that you could label. One don't forget, another don't forget, so you cannot forget two things this year. Everything else, there is apparently one weekend, oh, 2 weekends, sorry. That's the thing with these sheets, that they tend to just have one sheet of a couple of things, so you can only really put this amount of stickers in your year that are exactly like that, and for everything else you have to put a different type or different style. Maybe have something else that's like cupcake related, but I don't know, it won't be exactly like this, but the edges are still the same design. And in this page you can put whatever you like. Maybe put some ideas for this year on this page. Again, the personal page over here. You got some translations. I'm not sure why they want to translate everything over here. Oh, this one has their disclaimer up front. Okay, that makes more sense, because if you're just paging through real quickly, you can see that right now and go, oh, it is maybe there's going to be some mistakes. Like if you're into reading disclaimers, you could see that right away. I tend to assume that there's going to be mistakes because these are made by people and people make mistakes. But anyway, so we have a couple of note pages up front. Oh, here we got some holidays. Very good. So you can check exactly when Easter is. 20th and 21st of April in 2025 for most of these countries, which is the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Italy, Slovakia, Spain, Portugal, and Romania. Those are the ones that are listed, and of course this agenda was made for a European market. European rather, I don't know what that was. So you'll have the European dates here, which I'm guessing will be roughly the same as other nations, but probably not exactly. So you gotta check, of course, with your own localized calendars. And now we have an overview of the years, both of them nicely set up, a good amount of space for like dotting or circling certain things, whatever you wanted to do. Note special days, more note space over here. We have a monthly planner with every day and given its own little section. If you have a specific date, you can always put all your dates in here, so you don't have to page through the entire thing if you want to quickly look through the month planners and then find it that way. But then you can only really put 1 or 2 words depending on how big you tend to write. Okay, so this is a timetable. And this is mostly for school-bound kids, of course, who have to go to certain classes every day of the regular week. Monday through Friday is noted here. If you have any type of Saturday or Sunday classes, you do not have a specific set for that or a section, but you can take the notes section here and then make that like Saturday, Sunday if you needed to do that. So we have a couple different week options here because sometimes things change throughout the year, so that's good that you have more than one section. We have grade lists, which I'm definitely going to fill out, not because I don't have grades anymore, but if you did, you could put those in here. More note space, and again, every border has this design on it, but then different colors, kind of cute. Oh, I see a tab coming up as well. Okay, so we start off in July. These are the different dates. You have only a little bit of space for Saturday, Sunday, because if you're going to school, you don't tend to do much on those days normally, so you wouldn't have too much to note there. And then that is that. This is a little pockets clear with nothing in it. You can put stuff in through the top, I'm guessing. Yeah, it took a little while to open it, but there you go. Put some things in there. These are cute little dividers. They are not... Oh, they can. They can be taken and moved around. Okay, good. So that's good if you wanted to put them somewhere else. You could use this, for instance, to always keep track of where you are instead of the ribbon, which is not included. We do not have a ribbon. I do see that we have a similar thing already over there. Well, this is a cute little folder with a design that goes all the way through. Yes, it does. Nothing inside currently, but a very cute design. Does this one move? No, this one is solid. Okay, so that one will stay here. Unless you were to take like a little razor or something and cut the little bits, and then you can move it, but then this type of cardboard will not look very good after a few times of doing that, but if you were careful with it, you could do that. Anyway, it continues on like that. So we have the weeks in the bottom again, highlighting which week you are looking at. The week number is also stated up there. Once again, it's translated into 3 different languages. So it goes on like that. The color changes depending on the month, which is cute. You can also see on the side, I suppose. Well, not really, because all these tabs and things are in the way, but you could potentially see on the side what color the edges of the paper are, and then see what month it was. So with every one of these dividers, you also have one of these clear pockets. And again, these dividers, these clear pockets are not going to move, are they? No, these are also in the same location no matter where you are. And these are once again the movable ones, very cute. Another solid pocket behind that, and it's going to continue on like that throughout the year. Yeah, over here we got the same thing, and this one, and these ones, and I see we have a zip pocket in the back. We'll get to that. First I want to get to the end of the year. Birthdays. Was there anything before the birthdays? Let's see, we got July, that'll be the end of the school year when everybody's going on holiday. Okay, we have an address list. You can put some addresses in. Birthdays, I already said that. And then this thing, emails and websites. Would you use this? Maybe. Maybe if you have a bunch of people that you have to email, for instance, if you have like one of those class call lists that we used to have, maybe they just use email now instead of texting or something. You can just send 2 people the message that the teacher for XYZ class is sick that day and have like a contact tree that way. Notes, again, a divider that appears to be kind of useless in this position because you cannot move it, but there it is. And you have a pocket for other things that may not fall out. So you have that. And of course one of these, this one of course does move. You can use this for a divider and say what day it is. Put it where you need it. Like that, and then you close it, and then that is where you are at that point in time. So after that we have one, no, we don't have more clear pockets, that's it. We have this thing, this one does not mention the price. I think most of them are all under €3 a piece. This one was even cheaper, of course, because it was small, but they're not going to break the bank as soon as you figured out which one you want. It has an elastic to keep it shut, and then you got this agenda. Now, most of them are not super playful after this one, but we do have a very colorful series, which is this one. Now, I love the thickness. This is a solid number. If you were to go to school with this in your bag, you know for sure that you have your agenda on or not, depending on the weight of your bag. So this is one of the color schemes. There are different colors. I think there was one that was particularly pink as well, but it's all kind of this tie-dye looking stuff. 1 page a day, it says on the back, and we will surely see that in a moment. I always got to have the stickers off for some reason, because it doesn't look very good. Okay, that one goes over there. All right, there you go, thick number. A nice cardboard cover on both sides. Starts today, it says, but I don't know what we're going to start. You can put, I guess, intentions on here. This side is blank. Personal information, translations, they have the same formula for most of their things, of course. Again, holidays for, looks like the same countries as the last one. You have a legend here, which is also, I guess, translations. Yeah, more translations. Again, calendar of the different years, including this here, starting in January. It's interesting, because I'm pretty sure it starts, yeah, it starts in August. So I guess you wanted to look back at the, I don't think it was for sale yet in January 2025, but we do have those included. All right, it's in there. Month planners, starting in August. This time they did start halfway through the year. And then we got a timetable again for your schooling and student plans. Okay, different teachers, different classrooms. If you have a teacher with a long name, it's not going to fit, but okay. They did it that was a choice. We have a great list again for the different semesters, and then a very cute day per page with colors. That is very cute. This is, of course, a very colorful type of agenda. They have tabs per month. Now, these tabs, they only have a small bit here per month to grab, so I imagine that these would probably wear out pretty quickly. But I do like that Saturday and Sunday actually have a decent amount of space. It's not exactly a day per page, but it's a normal sized amount that you would normally get in a regular agenda. So you have a good amount of space here for writing all your weekend activities, which is great. And this is August, but not the Dutch version, which is interesting. I didn't even notice that, but okay. So it is English, French, German, not Dutch. Okay, all right. But a lot of Dutch people speak English, so they probably would be able to handle this. Right, so it goes on like this, and then we have this divider, which cannot come out unless you tear it out. And that is what it's going to be every month by the looks of things. Yep, nothing special here. This one's very cute, but once again, will not move. Again, of course, I mean, this is a kind of a plasticky type of cardboard. I think you could cut it and move it if you wanted to do that, but it will not look great after a while. But the good thing about these types of agendas is that you can just leave it open, and this offers enough space for you to put like little check boxes here and just make a to-do list out of it rather than your plans. A divider with nothing on it. It's going to keep going like this for the entire year, so I'm just going to quickly skip ahead because we have more to look at. Then we have June and July. July 16th, and then it's about time for a holiday. And then we have addresses, birthdays, not too many people, please, because you only have 1 page. Emails and websites also on 1 page. And notes, oh, we do have one of these dividers. All right, good. We could put that there if we wanted to do that, keep track of things. And then we have a pocket, which is gusseted by the looks of things. Yep, can't open. One thing I've not seen with this one is some type of sticker sheet. So you do not get any stickers with this, which is just as well because it's already quite colorful. And like I said with the other one, you usually only get 1 or 2 sticker sheets, and then that's all of that sticker series that you get. So you might as well get your own. So this is a nice thick number with a day per page, pretty good. Then we have another dated planner, and this one has a sticker right here from Avec, this one. This has an embossed design. Yeah, you can kind of see that. There were a couple different colors. There's this purplish eggplant type, and there was also a pink one. It kind of has a bit of an Egyptian look to it, even though it's not really Egyptian, but they had other notebooks just like this as well in this series. This series has been in the store for a little while. I can see we have a little divider in the back here that you can use again to indicate what day you're on. This one has personal details. All of these pages are printed in this yellow. And the other one will have something similar. Now, I do like the design, but what I noticed with a couple of different ones of this type is that sometimes the ink is too light. This one is still legible, but it is, for some people, maybe difficult to see. We have the 2 different years again. We've got birthdays. This one offers more space for birthdays than the other one, so you can have more friends in this school year. Study schedule as well. 2 of them. Oh, 3 of them. Okay. 4, all right, so they're definitely going to give you more space for changes. We have a grade list, which is a little bit more open plan. I do like that, so you can put the class here and then the different grades and continue on the next line if you wanted to. Then you have the day per page over here. Now this is definitely more along the lines of checkable to-do list type things with a little note space on the right, not even like a line space, but you can just scribble in there if you wanted. You do not see a week block on here. You do have the month, the week, and the date, and of course the day number itself. Schedule goes from 8 to 9, so it's a pretty wide range, pretty good. Most people's school days will probably be within that range, and most people's work days as well. Of course, if you want to use this for work and you happen to work a night shift, then you probably will miss a bunch from 9 to 7. You might have to relabel a bunch there or ignore the numbers entirely. Again, the weekend has a good amount of space, which is nice. I do like that. So that is how this one looks. Let's see if there's no dividers in between, so it just goes from here to here. Really thick rings, by the way, so you could put this like this. You will need quite a bit of space for this section right there, but that's okay. So this one had the same problem actually, but just notice it right now. But that is what it looks like throughout the year. This goes all the way to the end of July. July 30th, and it should be a 31st, yep, and then you have August 1st, 2nd. Oh, you get a little bit of August as well. Where does it end? Where does it end? All right, here we go. We have appointments after the 9th of August, 2026. Go over here, 1 page. You have some note space. Is there another page after this? No. 2 note spaces and the divider, which is a little bit dirty. All right, well, that's just because of the low production quality. Things tend to get rushed when they make things cheaply. There's also nothing printed on here, so that's it. You could maybe put some stickers on it or whatever you like, or put something over there to say today or something. That's an option. No pockets, so this one does not offer any type of pocket space. No sticker sheets. It does offer a lot of space for writing, and the pages are reasonably thin, so I think if you had a fountain pen, it would definitely go through here. Oh, this one's a little bit ripped. No, it's just the way it looks. No pockets on either side, no thing to close it, just the divider. But it is a very nice look, and once again, a pretty solid number. And then we are on to the undated ones. You got this one and this one. These two are undated planners, so this will not be out of date. It does say bullet journal, but if you open it, it doesn't actually look like one. I think this is also the one where I was like, I don't know if this ink is the right color for some of this. Oh, you got a nice ruler slash day marker over here. Goes up to 20 centimeters, not inches. This journal belongs to, you can put that there. I do like the plant theme, so if I were to use anything, it'd probably be this one. We have 1 sticker sheet of plants and a couple of days, a couple of day names, as you can see. Can you see that? Yes, you can. It says over here, as the old year fades like autumn leaves, embrace the new year like a budding flower, full of promise and possibilities. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I do love plant stickers, so this is definitely something that I enjoy. We have a whole bunch of numbers here, but it looks like it's only enough for a couple of months, 3 months in total. Actually, no, it's not even that much. It's 1 through 31, so this would be 1 month over here. You can barely see that, I imagine, on camera. And then you have, I imagine, times, not even dates underneath that, because it starts with 00. What kind of a month number or day number is that? I don't know. A couple of these stickers look like emojis, just 6 of them. We have a couple of weather stickers down here, and a couple of labels. Grocery shopping important this week, remember holiday, etc., etc. A couple of these as well. Once again, only a couple of sheets of stickers. Okay, you could do that a couple of places, and if you happen to have something that is similar to this, you can supplement with that. We have this here, like I said, no noted years on here. No solid years, so you have 31 spaces. More actually, you have, what is this, 6 times 7, that's 42. Just in case January starts in the middle of Saturday or something, and then you can go ahead and put all those numbers in. You don't have to do that, of course. A pretty picture on this side. We have birthdays that we can definitely put in there, and not too many people. You can have, like, what is this? If you write on top of here, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people have their birthday each month. Then we have blank space. You can do it what you want. You got notes over here, and then we got the month section. So this month you can put some stuff in here, what you want to do with this month, what day of the weeks are, or what number is on which Wednesday, etc. You got some birthdays here as well. You got some to-dos for the month, the big to-dos. And then the I want to's. I want to read this, I want to listen to that, I want to buy that, I want to go to here, I want to make this, and I want to eat such and such. You could do that. And then you have the week on 2 pages with a couple of lovely plants. So that does kind of make up for the fact that you don't have a lot of stickers, that they also put images in there of their own. So that is going to last a couple of pages. It is always the same plant by the looks of things. I think it changes per month. I'm seeing a different plant for the next month. Then the notes page and the month. So you got this for the 2nd month. Kind of cute. I like that one a lot. And then we've got these for the 3rd month, all on this side. The good thing about the printed, of course, is that it doesn't make the planner any thicker. We've got some more space here for notes, etc. This is the next month. This is the month after that. Just 1 plant. This month over here. And then this one. Just gonna page through it real quick. And this plant over there. We have this plant over here. Couple of these, and this is the repeats. I believe we have that one already. Oh, we got this one again, but that's okay. And a cactus, a couple of these, a couple of succulents and other things. He's back. He's very popular, but that's okay. I like him. This is actually the end of the planner. This is the last week over here. 11 plants, and then another blank page. Then we got party planner 1 and 2. We have favorite recipe. We have travel memories, notes, and then another quote. At the end of the year, like petals embracing the autumn breeze, you may gracefully let go of the past and eagerly await the new seeds of tomorrow. And then we've got a pocket with a little lower section over here, and also on this side, so it's a double pocket that can be handy. And that is it. On this side we have the elastic to keep it all together. That's one undated journal / bullet journal planner. Then we have this one, the pink theme, with a more of a HEMA type sassy theme. If you go to the HEMA in the Netherlands, you have this type of thing like a witchy theme. I think it's called sassy something. And this has a very similar look to that. And once again, what are these rulers? this journal belongs to. And then you got this type of stuff, very similar to that. The moons, the suns, and the magic theme. This almost looks like it's both copied from there. Similar to over here, similar sheets. So this is pretty much the same thing, but different decor. Now this is the one that made me think like maybe this ink is a little bit too light. You can barely see what it is. In real life you can kind of see it, but the dots are almost invisible. And you have this type of decor for the month. So this one is less decorated and less obviously decorated. You can kind of see something here and here, but that is difficult to see. There's this weird looking thing over there. I'm not as enthusiastic about this one, but it's undated, so you can just leave this for a couple of years, and maybe in a couple of years you'll have a like a hankering for this type of design, and then you'll have your thing ready over here. The borders also have little moons on it. Hope that's visible. Again, more of these. This thing is in the way, and this also repeats after a while. With the plants, I didn't mind that too much because the plants are cute, but here the designs are so minimalistic. If you're into that, then it's great. This is great for you. But personally, I find it a little bit too underwhelming, but that's just me. Maybe you like these. If you wanted to get these at the Action, these have been here for a while at the store, so they may already be running low. And you may have to check the sale section at the start, where they tend to keep all the things that are going out of stock soon. Right, so this section has a similar setup with the party planner and the favorite recipe and travel memories, etc. I forgot to look at the actual dates if they would be good. Okay, let's put them side by side. You have this one and this one. I think I mentioned it a couple of times already here and there, but just to give a quick summary of how I think this would work for somebody with AuDHD or ADHD. Let's grab this one as well. Put them all open. This one's a little difficult to grab because there's so much stuff in between here. Can I grab a week, please? Somewhere. Give me a week. Alright, here we go. Very good. And then you got this one. Alright, so this one, of course, does not have a lot of space for to do, so I would personally not use this. And like I said, it doesn't lay open unless you really force it, but then it only really works in the middle. As soon as you get near the end, you get the automatic closing feature, so I would not recommend this. These guys all open up, so that's great. You can have it laying down. Now, it really depends on how much space you need, what's good for you, and if you like the line spacing, if you like it to be colored, so it's like a colored block, or if you like it like a to-do list type of thing over here, then this one might be good for you. If it were undated, I would probably use this one because I like the division of the lines and how there's extra space to put a bunch of do's you can just kind of check off. It is a very minimalistic one, but it has a lot of space for that type of thing. This one is a little bit less so. So I would have to write really, really small print, and I couldn't really add too much extra stuff, so I would not pick this one. It is very cute. This one has a day per page as well. I do like this. I think this one would also be excellent, and I just really love the size and the colors. That really draws me in. But, you know, these tabs can get a little annoying maybe. But in an undated planner, you wouldn't have that. So if you want to make this one into an undated one, you could just kind of like put a nice sticker or something over the top and just use it per day. And then it would be a very nice to-do list as well. It is extra work, of course. So that's an option. This one does not have a lot of like space vertically, but you can write things over here. You could even like make a divider, and they have two sections for to-do lists. It's possible, but the amount of space per day is limited. Although I do notice that Saturday and Sunday have the same amount of space, so that is good. If you want to put to-do lists mostly on Saturdays and Sundays because we have the most time to do things, then that would be an option. Personally, I would pick the green one because the ink on the green one is easier to see than the pink one. A little bit better. Not too much better. But yeah, I think this one is a little easier to see. And a little easier in the eyes for me as well. I don't have to strain as much. So I would personally prefer this one. If this one were in this style and undated, this would be perfect for me. I can leave it open with my to-dos, and if I miss a day, that's too bad. I can just go ahead and turn it to the next one and start over with a fresh day. But this one over here would be the favorite right now. Even though it has less space for my to-dos, at least I can leave it open, and I will have to, of course, keep an eye on the dates. So if I really wanted to make it ideal, then I would even leave the days of the week off. Just leave it for a regular, any day that I like type of day. Just fill out the day, and then that would be great. So that is my quick review of what is currently out there with the action that is not a sewn in or glued spine. So if you're also like me, you like to have the current day immediately visible on your desk, then these would be your options, like so. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helps. And I also hope to see you in another video next week, where I will not be doing a planner review, but just doing a regular topic again, talking over a game. Have a nice day. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye for now.